Everybody. Welcome to Soul Sessions. I'm so excited to share this video with you because it's been on my heart to share this message, especially for people who feel like they're stuck in life and feel like they don't understand why they aren't living the life that they want. Like that life that they know they want in their mind, they want to live out, they desire to have. For those people that just aren't, they just feel stuck in life. They're not sure where they're going and why things aren't happening for them. And this video is for you. You know, it's for everybody, even for the people that know the power of law of attraction. So law of attraction is basically, think of a magnet. Think of a magnet. You attract what you are. And what you are, it is what you think. It's what you feel. It's what you know to be true. It's what you do. It's what you eat. Literally, this shapes who you are. And that then becomes your reality. So I really want to share my tips on what's helped me attract the life that I desire. And I'm living out the life that I've always dreamed of. I am still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still evolving. But I haven't stopped. I've ascended higher and higher every single day. And it's because I've taken action and taken control over my life. So I want to share with you my tips on how you can help yourself get out of that rut, get out of being held back, and attract everything that you want in life. Basically, law of attraction is everything. All right. Before I do that, though, I just want to break down nobody else is in control over your life. Nobody else. You're the only one in control over every single thing that happens, over every single thing that you allow to control you, basically. All right. So I just want to give you an example of, let's say, you want to find a partner in life. You want to find love, right? You want to find a partner. The first thing I say to that is you need to focus on you, and whoever is meant to be on that journey with you, you will attract them, the person that is right for you, to continue to build you up and grow with you. And your frequency, the frequency that you're on is what you will attract. So I want you to know that. All right. What level you are on is what you will get. Okay. But back to that example, if you want a partner in life, you want to find love, you have to first check yourself and say, the person, the man or the woman, the person that I want to attract, am I on that frequency? Am I on that level? And if not, there's some changes you need to make in your life. But there's also things that you can do that prepare those things to come into your life. So if you're living a single life, if you're still living a life where you're contributing or you're feeding into that single mentality where there's no room for somebody to come into your life, you're not preparing your home. You're not preparing your mind. You're not preparing your spirit to be connected with it or in a partnership. So it's just going to keep passing you by. Okay, so what are you doing that's going to allow that to be attracted to you? What level are you on? You can't think that you want a certain lifestyle or a certain type of relationship, right? If you're not on that level. And that's just the honest truth. And you can have every single thing that you desire. You have to work on you first. And from my experience, there's a lot of things that in my mind, I want this, I want that, I wish I can do this. And I just kept wanting. And you will keep wanting if that's the mindset you have, instead of taking actions to get there. So you can't depend on anybody else. You can't expect help from anybody else, is what I'm saying. You have to help yourself. And you have to have that mindset to say, this is going to happen for me. And I'm doing what I need to do to attract that, right? That's just the basis of everything you desire, everything you want. You must get to that level yourself. You must attract those things into your life. You ever stop and think why negative people always have drama that surrounds them? Always has like this energy that's kind of like, oh, I can't be around them for too long. You have to think why, because they're stuck in that frequency. They're stuck in that vibration that attracts that same thing. Like attracts like. There's so many sayings that we've all heard, but we don't dive into it and say, I need to apply that. That makes sense. It's more common sense, but sometimes we make it harder on ourselves than we need to. Law of attraction is everything. It all starts with your mindset, and you have to act on the things that you want to attract in your life. For example, a personal example. So my husband's birthday passed this March. His birthday's in March. And I came up with the idea that we should go to California for his birthday. We've never been to California, but it's always been a dream of mine and his to go. Like, we were all ready to see California and just say, we want to actually go there and experience it. We just want to go. So my mindset the whole time leading up to his birthday was, this is happening. This is happening. And it was motivation for me to do the things that needed to happen in order for us to get there. It was a joint effort. We both had that mindset. This is happening. We made it happen. We prepared ourselves as much as we knew how to get there. Our mindset was focused on getting there and focused on that happening. So all the actions we took were backed up by that mindset. If you have a mindset of positivity and power and confidence, a mindset without doubt, without worry, without stress, you're going to have results. I'm telling you, it has everything to do with your mindset. If you don't believe it, it will not happen. I mean, a general thing is too, like people that sell. My people in retail, you guys know how it is. If you don't believe in a product, you'll see that you're not passionate, and that will come off and you won't make sales. It's a mind thing. If you believe in something, if you truly believe in it, it's going to be easy sales because you're so passionate, you believe in it. And the people, they see that, they feel the energy. They're like, I need to buy that. It sounds so good, because what you think will come out. So if you think negative, if you think I can't do this or I can't have this, then you will never have and you will never be able to do it. If you think this is going to happen, I'm confident in myself that this is going to happen. I'm capable of having everything I desire. You will attract all of that. So now I just want to get into things that can help you, things that you can do every day in your daily life to make things happen. All right. My very first tip is write out daily goals for yourself. It's good to write out like for the next month and the next month what you want to happen. So for example, my husband and I will be moving to Texas in January. We will be there. I've said this over and over again. The new moon, October 19th, I said that is happening. And what I'm doing is I'm putting those words out into the universe so I get back what I give out. And my mindset is not, I hope we make it. We really want to go. It's a doubt. So I know we're going to be there. And it's just transferring that energy onto my husband as well. We know, with the mindset I have, we both know it is going to happen. It's like that support team and that positive mindset. All right. So think about what you want to happen every month. That's a general thing. You can think about what you want to happen for the rest of the year. But for me, I know what I want to start in November. I know what I want to accomplish by the end of December or by December. I have those things in mind and I've written them down. If you have not seen my latest video, it was a video I did on this recent new moon. October 19th, there was a new moon, and I set my intentions for what I want for the rest of the year, basically, right? And I specified in each month when things are going to happen, that type of thing, what's going to happen. Okay, so when you have that, you now know what you need to do to accomplish those things. But as a daily thing, this is my notepad. I write all my ideas for my videos and thoughts I have and studies and stuff like that, research, whatever. Let me just show you the paper. I still have it from the new moon. I have this paper. These are many, 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 many things. New moon, October 19th, 2017. Setting intentions. I'm very specific. If it's a certain amount of money, if it's a certain location, if it's a certain anything, I specify what that is, because that I'm bringing that exact thing into my life. So there's many things on here. I wrote this down. With that being said, this allows me to go back and say, I need to work on this. This is happening. It's kind of like a checklist, and I'm more responsible to myself to say, I'm working on these things. These are daily goals I have for myself to get myself towards the end of the year and accomplish those things I want to accomplish. I found in my experience, if I have all this stuff in my head, it will stay there. Because you know what? I haven't written it down and held myself accountable to see what I've done, what I've checked off, what I haven't done, what hasn't been addressed, that type of thing. So it's just in my head. Now, if you're a person that can have everything in your head and accomplish those things and check them off in your head and know there's a checklist in your mind, and that's great. But I found that writing things out really help. Writing things out allows you to hold yourself accountable. And I've never been a person to write things out. And guess what? I never got anything done. And I never got anywhere I wanted to. But as I started to take action and do the things I need to do in order to make things happen, my life has changed completely. And I'm so thankful for that. So I'm just passing on what's worked for me. So write your daily goals, okay? And look at them every day. Work on them every day. Now, you can do this, but still not work on it at all. In that case, you really don't want change in your life. I'm just going to be honest and say, either you're lazy, you feel like you don't deserve the life that you want. And so you don't take action for it. And you'll never get where you want to be. And I'm telling you, man, things can change within a week. So that's my first tip, is write down a to-do list for yourself every day. And continue to write down lists. Continue to say, well, I've done this and now I need to do that in order to get to the next step and the next step. And that's the biggest thing that will help you get a start on really drawing in and attracting in that life you desire, okay? My second tip is connecting and putting yourself out there with more people. Now, I don't mean you have to be friends and get to know everybody and hang out with people you don't want to hang out with. I literally mean what you want to do in life. Put yourself out there with people that are already doing what you want to do. Because this life is all about learning from one another and teaching each other, right? So you want to build, you want to create relationships, whether it's a really close friendship, whether it's just associate that will teach you what they've learned to get you where you need to be. You want to connect with people and build with like minds. If you continue to hang out with people that are on a lower vibration, that bring you down, that aren't doing what you want to do, that aren't growing and you are ready to grow, then you will stay stagnant and you will feel stuck, because you don't have that team that surrounds you, that motivates you, that inspires you. That's my biggest tip, is surround yourself with people that are within the same mindset. They don't have to have the same beliefs, but it helps when you have people that inspire you to do more with what you want to do in life, and they're on a level and you see that level and you say that's where I want to get. Put yourself out there and don't be scared to connect with them. Don't be scared to show your work off to them. You never know who you're going to connect with. You never know who you're going to meet out of putting yourself out there. And don't force it. Don't force relationships. If you feel connection with somebody, build with them. And it's important to know the people that you meet, what they have going for themselves. Like, do they have goals and dreams? Because if they don't, then you're not going to be able, when you're around them, you're not going to be really doing anything. You're going to stay stagnant because that's what they have going for them. So that's my second tip, is connecting with people that you aspire to be like, or to be within the same realm. Put yourself out there, connect, and build on your goals, okay? Another thing is, I said, faithfully cleanse all things from your life. And what I mean by that is, I have an example. It's so small, and you might think it doesn't matter, but it really does. So I mean cleanse as far as your actual space. Because if your space, to me, if your space is cluttered, you probably have a lot of things within your house, within your space, within just surrounding you that's old, that needs to be released. So you probably have clothes from many, 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 many years ago that you're holding on to because it's a memory. But if you haven't worn it in many, many, many years, you're literally holding on to things that aren't benefiting you where you are at right now. It's little things like that. Think about the time when you bought those clothes. Was it a good time for you? Was it a bad period of your life? Was it positive? I feel like if it's anything negative, or it has a negative reminder of your life that you used to live that you don't anymore, or it was given to you by somebody that you no longer talk to, and you cut ties, and they were removed from your life, those things need to be removed from your life as well. You can't have things in your life that are still kind of pulling you back because you're looking at it. It's reminding you just that energy that's associated with that thing. It serves you no purpose anymore. So I advise you to do a deep clean, whether it's once a month or twice a year. Whatever you can do, do it. But I highly advise that you clean out old clothes that you are never going to wear, that have no purpose in your life anymore. I also, for example, like, all right, all these cards right here, I saved them just for the video. I went through my wallet today, and these are just cards that, cards that have expired, or just things I literally don't need. And so I thought, why do I have them in my wallet? These are things that I'm never going to use, so it's just stuff that's just staying there that don't need to be in my life. It's little things like that. I'm throwing these away. They're being shredded. And I love to release anything that I don't need, anything that serves me no purpose, anything that's not benefiting me at all. Little things from what's in your wallet, receipts, clothes. I mean, it doesn't matter. You have to really think, why are you keeping these things in your life at all? And sometimes we have so much more than we need. I have so many clothes, and I'll be honest, I've went through it a couple times, and I've tried to decrease as much as I can, but there's still things that I still haven't worn since that deep clean. And it's just making me think, I literally want to have in my closet only the things that I consistently wear. And that will downsize, but it makes a lot of room for new things to come in. And that's the point. If you're allowing things to stay in your life that you need to get rid of, that you need to release, that stuff is staying there, and it's taking up the room of things that should be coming into your life. So you're blocking all the things that you desire because you want to hold on to things that serve you no purpose. That's just my point. Do a deep clean of any and everything that you don't need anymore for you. From last month, you could have took on a new style, right? Get rid of the clothes that aren't your style anymore. Give it to somebody that needs it. Sell it. Do whatever you need to do, but get it out of your space and get it out of your life. Make room for the things that you want. Make room for change. So that was another tip, is to do, like, faithfully cleanse any and everything out of your life that serves you no purpose. So the last thing I want to touch on is change up your routine. My husband tells me this all the time. You can't expect to do the same thing and get different results. I've said this, I feel like, in a couple of my videos. It will never work. So let's say this. Let's say you're just not happy within yourself. Like, you feel like you're more sad, you're more depressed than you are happy in life. My question to you is, what are you doing about it? It's as simple as that. What are you doing to change that? If you're not doing anything different to bring happiness into your life, you want to be stuck in that energy. That's just the facts. There's nothing anybody or anything can do for you, because you will always want to stay where you're at if you're not changing to make a difference in your life. And what I said in the beginning of the video, you are in control. Nobody else, nothing else is in control. Just remember, what you do is what you'll get back. What you put out is what you'll get back. If you keep saying, I'm just unhappy, I'm so depressed, whatever, either you change it up and find things and pursue things that you know make you happy, and take that chance and take that one step to do the smallest thing to change everything. And if you don't, I'm telling you, I know from experience, because last year and the year before that, I was stuck in a life where depression would be a really big thing in my life. Like, depression took over all of me a lot of the time. It got to a really dark place. Nobody could help me. Not my husband. Like, there was so much love that surrounded me, and so many people showing me that they cared, and so many people saying, I'm here for you. And the more I wasn't happy with myself, and I was going into this shell, and I really thought that I was always going to be depressed, and this would always be coming up for me. I'm just going to say this, you guys. This is really personal, but I feel okay with sharing it with you. There was a point in time in my life, there was a chapter that I was in where I tried to take my own life. I prepared myself to die that night. I wanted to die that night, and I remember everything, and I could look back on it and say, there's a reason why I'm still here. I'm just going to tell you this. The night I tried to take my life, if it wasn't for my sister, if she wasn't in the house that night, I would have died. I would have died. And that's what I was preparing for. I was such in a dark place that something made me snap that night, and I said, I can't do it anymore. Like, that depression took over, that darkness took over. If my sister was not in that house, I wouldn't be here today. And I know that there's a reason why I'm here. I still have work to do here. But I'm saying, if I allow myself to stay physically, mentally, and spiritually in that place, and keep doing the things I was doing, hanging out with the wrong people, doing things, drinking, and, doing drugs or whatever it was, if I was still doing those things, I would still be wasting my time here. There's more to life than you think, and you are more than what you've been through. And it's time to make a change if you're not happy with your life. If you're not happy, you have to think about what you're doing. Is it helping you grow? Is it really making you happy, or is it just within that moment it takes you away, it helps you escape? You have to really think, what are you doing? You are bigger. You are bigger than what you're going through right now. If you're going through anything. Honey, can I have the lighter? Lighter. My husband's in here with me doing his music. This is our little studio meditation room, and I really feel the need to sage right now because whoever's watching this needs this message. Listen, you are much bigger than what you have gone through. I'm telling you there's more to life than what you think, what you're shown, what you expect, what you constantly go through. You know, you're not alone. I'm saying from my own experience, you cannot get out of that rut until you make changes in your life. Change the people you're around if they're not helping you grow, if they're not doing things with their life. Stop trying to escape with alcohol and drugs. And I'm not someone to, I'm really not somebody to look down on weed, and I'm not somebody to look down on alcohol. Like, I'm not judging you if you do anything. But I know if you're relying on that to escape and you're abusing it to the point where you think that's going to help you escape and become happy, you're wrong. And that's when I look down on those things, is because you're relying on that for that happiness that you have within yourself, and you don't need anything. You don't need anything but yourself. You have to get more acquainted with you. You have to say, what makes me happy, and go do it. Go do it right now. Write down your to-do list. Take the first step, and I'm telling you from my experience, as soon as you take that first step to execute those goals that you wrote down for yourself, your life is going to change, because the hardest part is taking that first step. The hardest part is saying, I'm going to step out and trust myself. Like, why is it so hard? Why do we make it so hard for ourselves? Because we're so used to being controlled. We're so used to being in a life where it's dark. It's really dark if you don't know the power you have within yourself. You allow other things that are pushed on you in society, things that are expected of you in society. You allow that to shape your whole life. And then what? You die and you lived a life that wasn't even yours? Law of attraction. You are what you think. Your life is who you are, what you think. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I promise you, once you do these tips that I've recommended in this video, you're going to see a change in your life. But if you watch this video and you keep just doing the same old thing and you're just not happy, then you just are not ready to change. And you're going to keep making excuses as to why you're not happy. And I don't want that for you at all. I want you to have the best life. I want you to live fully in your authentic self, in your truth, in what you were here to do. Please, please, please trust yourself. Love yourself enough to say, I want change, I want more, and I'm going to do these things. I don't make these videos just to talk. I make these videos because it's from personal experience. You guys, I could have never existed anymore in this lifetime. I could have never known you. You know what I mean? And thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness. There's a reason why I'm still here. And I recognize that it wasn't my time to go yet. So I hope this video helps you. I know these things work for me, and I know they will work for you, but you have to trust yourself and put the work in, okay? I love you very much. You are amazing. You are so powerful, and I hope you recognize that after this video. Go get that life you want.